Okay, children, a very good morning to all of you. Children, in the last class we were discussing, welcome to my channel, Maths with Mahanti sir. Children, in the last class we were discussing theorem 10.8, okay, where I discussed that angle subtended by an arc at the center will be double or twice the angle subtended by the same arc on the remaining part of the circle. Children, while discussing the proof, I said that there are three cases. Actually, there are three cases because the arc may be minor, semicircle, and what? Your major arc. It may be a minor arc, it may be a semicircle, and the arc may be a major arc. So, we had proved the truth of theorem 10.8 only for what? Minor arc. That means, considering one minor arc, we proved, or I proved, that angle subtended by the minor arc at the center is double the angle subtended by the same minor arc on the remaining part, and I had said that it is also true for if the arc is what? Yes, if the arc is a semicircle and if the arc is a major arc. Let us prove the same theorem 10.8 for other two cases. Okay, let us find the proof. Theorem 10.8 case 2. You see, case 2 means suppose the arc, look at the arc, if arc PQ is a semicircle, you see, if the arc PQ is a semicircle, let us establish geometrically that angle subtended by this arc or semicircle at the center is double or twice the angle subtended by the same arc, I mean same semicircle on the remaining part. Let us prove it. Okay, let us prove the second case. Theorem 10.8 can be proved in three cases. I had proved only one case, considering the arc PQ as a minor arc. Let us consider the arc PQ as a semicircle and as a major arc also, and prove whether it is true or not. Yes, it will be true that angle subtended by the arc at the center will always be double or twice the angle subtended by the same arc on the remaining part. Let us see how. Suppose see, if PQ is a what? Is a semicircle. Now, how to prove that angle POQ, this angle, look at this angle, is double this angle. How to prove that the angle POQ is double this angle PRQ? How to prove? See, now consider triangle, you see, OPR, see, in triangle OPR, let us see, in triangle OPR, your OP and OR, they are equal. Why? Because they represent the same radii, they are the radii of the same circle. So if OP and OR are equal, then angle 3 will be equal to 4. Okay, angle 3 will be equal to 4. Okay, similarly, you see, similarly in triangle OQR, okay, angle 5 will be equal to angle 6. Why? Because OQ and OR, they are equal, same radii. You see, O is the center, so OQ and OR, they are the same radii. So if OQ and OR are equal, then angle 5 will be equal to angle 6. Okay, see, so 3 equal to 4 and 5 equal to 6. Now see, you consider triangle, which one? You see, this is an exterior angle. Consider triangle OPR. You see, in triangle OPR, look at angle 1. Angle 1 is exterior. In this triangle OPR, angle 1 is exterior, and angle 3 and 4, what are they? They are interior opposite angles. So angle 1 will be equal to angle 3 plus 4. So write down angle 1 equal to angle 3 plus 4. What is the region? The region is exterior angle equal to sum of your interior opposite angles. Okay, now angle 1 equal to angle 3 plus 4. Now you consider triangle OQR. You see, in triangle OQR, again look at angle 2. Here the exterior angle is angle 2 and the interior opposite are 5 and 6. So angle 2 equal to angle 5 plus angle 6. You see. So 1 equal to 3 plus 4, angle 2 equal to 5 plus 6. Now you add these two. Now you add angle 1 plus 2. Therefore, angle 1 plus angle 2 will be equal to angle 3 plus angle 5 plus angle 4 plus angle 6. Now look at. So 1 plus 2 will be 3 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6. But you see, 3 equal to what? 3 equal to 4. You see, 3 equal to 4. So in place of 3 we can write angle 4. In place of angle 3 we can write angle 4. Now write down angle 4. This is, you bring 4, rearrange angle 4. Then see angle 5. See angle 5 and 6 are same. So in place of angle 6 we can write angle 5. As angle 5 and 6 are same, so in place of angle 6 we can write angle 5. So this is 5 plus 5. See, so simple. So 1 plus 2 equal to angle 4 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 5. So angle 4 plus 4 means it is 2 into angle 4, and angle 5 plus 5 means it is 2 into angle 5. See, so okay, so what did we get? We got angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to twice angle 4 plus twice angle 5. Now 2 can be taken common. You take common 2 here. Now if you take common 2, what will you get? 2 into angle 4 plus 5 you will get. See, now look at angle 4 and 5. If you add 4 and 5, which angle you will get? You will get PRQ. You will get angle PRQ if you add angle 4 and 5. And if you add angle 1 and 2, look at, if you add angle 1 and 2, you will get angle POQ. So in place of angle 1 plus angle 2, see, in place of, therefore in place of angle 1 plus 2, what will we write? We will write angle POQ, and 2 into, in place of angle 4 plus 5, what will we write? We will write angle PRQ. You see, thus we established the truth. Thus we established that if PQ is a semicircle, if the arc PQ is a semicircle, then also the angle subtended by this semicircle at the center is double the angle subtended by the same semicircle on the remaining part. And the same thing you can prove in case of what? Considering the arc as a major arc. Let us see how. Now case 3. Let us prove case 3 so that this chapter will come to an end. Okay. Now case 3. If arc PQ is major, you see, if it is a major arc, what will happen? Let us see. Figure number 3. See, look at the figure. This is figure number 3 where the arc PQ, look at the arc PQ, it is a major arc. Now if the arc PQ is a major arc, how will we prove that angle subtended by this major arc at the center is double the angle subtended by the same major arc on the remaining part of the circle? That means again you have to prove angle POQ. See, POQ, if this is the major arc, if PQ is the major arc, then this PQ subtends this angle POQ at the center and angle PRQ on the remaining part. Let us see how to prove. In a similar manner you can prove. See, first you consider triangle OPR. You see, in triangle OPR, see, in triangle OPR, look at, this is your what? This is your exterior, because this side has been produced, and these two are, suppose this is 3 and this angle is suppose 4. See, and this is your 5 and this angle is 6. That means angle ORP denoted by 3, angle OPR denoted by 4, angle ORQ denoted by 5, and angle OQR denoted by angle 6. Okay, let us see how will we prove that if the arc is a what? Major arc, then also angle subtended by the major arc at the center will be double or twice the angle subtended by the same major arc on the remaining part, that is at the point say R. Okay, so now you consider triangle OPR. In triangle OPR, look at angle 1 is exterior, so angle 1, you see, angle 1 will be equal, and these two are interior opposite. See, if angle 1 is exterior, angle 3 and angle 4, that is ORP and OPR, they are interior opposite angles. So 1 must be equal to 3 plus 4. So 1 equal to 3 plus 4. Okay. Now you consider triangle OQR. You see, in triangle OQR, look at the, which is the exterior one? This is the exterior angle, angle 2. And which two are the interior opposite angles? Angle 5 and angle 6. So angle 2 equal to angle 5 plus angle 6. Look at. Okay, so therefore 1 plus 2, now you add angle 1 plus 2, you see angle 1 equal to 3 plus 4, angle 2 equal to 5 plus 6, now you add the 2. So 1 plus 2 will be equal to 3 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6. But you see, look at O is the center. O is the center. So OP and OR and OP. But you see OP equal to OR. And look at OQ equal to your OR. Why? Why OP will be equal to OR and why OQ will be equal to OR? You see, OP will be equal to OR because O is the center and these two are the radii, and you know the radii of the same circle are same, they are of same length. Similarly, OQ and OR, they are the radii of the same circle. So OQ must be equal to OR and OP must be equal to OR. Okay. Now see, if OP equal to OR, what will happen? If OP and OR are equal, see, then angle 4 will be equal to 3. Therefore, you see, angle 4 will be equal to 3, because you know if two sides are equal, their opposite angles are also equal, and angle 5 will be equal to angle 6. Okay. Now put these values here. Now put these values in this equation. Therefore, you see what we will get? 1 plus 2. See, 1 plus 2. Here we got angle 3 plus angle 5 plus angle 4 plus angle 6. Now see, in place of angle 4, you see, in place of angle 4 we can write angle 3 because 4 equal to 3. So 3 plus 5. You see, angle 1 plus 2 equal to angle 3 plus 5 plus 4 plus 6. 3 plus, in place of 4 you write down 3. In place of 4 you write down 3, and in place of 6 you write down angle 5. So what will you get ultimately? Angle 3 plus angle 3, it is 2 into angle 3 plus angle 5 into angle 5, it is 2 into angle 5. Okay. So now take common 2. 2 into angle 3 plus angle 5. See. So now 1 plus 2, look at, this is angle 1, this is angle 2. 1 plus 2 will give you which angle? It will give you this angle. 1 plus 2 will give you angle POQ. Therefore, so what is our final conclusion? In place of 1 plus 2, we will get angle. Therefore, angle POQ will be equal to 2 into angle 3 plus 5. Look at, angle 3 plus 5 is equal to which angle? PRQ. See, PRQ. So this is what we wanted to prove. This is what we wanted to prove, that if PQ, if the arc PQ is a major arc, if the arc PQ is a major arc, then also it will subtend whatever angle it will subtend at the center. If PQ is a major arc, then whatever angle it will subtend at the center, that is POQ, it will be double or twice the angle subtended by the same major arc on the remaining part. I mean at some point on the remaining part it will be double. This angle will be double this angle. So children, just to mark one thing, we proved the truth of this theorem, that is 10.8, considering or taking how many arcs? 3 cases. In the first case we discussed, we took the arc as a minor arc, and we saw that yes, the minor arc, whatever angle it is subtending at the center, it is double the angle subtended by it on the remaining part of the circle. And in case 2, we saw that if the arc is a semicircle, then also the angle subtended by this arc or semicircle at the center is double the angle subtended on the remaining part of the circle. And in the third case we proved that if the arc is a major arc, okay, then this major arc, whatever angle it will subtend at the center, it will also be double the angle subtended by the same major arc on the remaining part. Okay, so in this way we proved theorem 10.8 for 3 different cases. But I may say one thing, children, in the exam, if at all this theorem came, okay, suppose this particular theorem came in the exam, then if you consider it for one case, then also you will get full mark. Okay, it is not necessary that you will prove for all the 3 cases. Okay, if it is true for one case, that is if you could prove it considering the arc as a minor arc, then it is also true, it is automatically true by induction, okay, that it will be true for the arc when the arc is a what, semicircle, and when the arc is a major arc. Okay, so you may prove it for 3 different cases. Taking 3 different cases, you may prove this theorem, or you may prove the theorem by considering one case only, that is considering the arc as a minor arc. You will show that angle subtended by the minor arc at the center is double the angle subtended by the same minor arc on the remaining part. Okay, children, I hope you must have understood theorem 10.8. It is a very important theorem from the examination point of view. Mostly this theorem comes. Okay, so I hope you must have understood. I tried my level best to explain you the proof of this particular theorem, considering taking all the 3 different, or considering all the 3 different cases. Okay, so with this we came to the end of theorem 10.8. There are some more theorems also. It is a very big chapter. We shall discuss whatever theorems left in this chapter in the next class. Okay, I hope you must have understood what I discussed in theorem 10.8. Children, if at all it is true, if you think yes, Manti sir is trying his level best to make us understand the concept, the theorem, the geometrical proof, etc., he is explaining very nicely, then you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay, so we shall meet again in the next class with the discussion of some other theorem, other important theorems, other important geometrical truths of the same chapter, circle. Okay, thank you.